The elevator indicator read the third floor twice that week, both times at 2:14 in the morning, though no one upstairs had called for it, and I was the only person working below ground level. I'd taken a 6-week contract scanning 50 years of patient records at a small regional hospital before it switched to digital files. Overnight shift, 11 to 7. I'd done data entry before, never healthcare records. The daytime supervisor walked me through it my first afternoon.
Boarding present as weaving.
Badge in at the loading dock. Take the stairs down. Never the freight elevator alone, especially not after midnight. It's temperamental, she said. Insurance thing. The only other person in the building most nights was a security guard at the front desk, parked with a radio and a thermos, while the rest of the hospital ran on a skeleton crew. On my first night, he walked me past a small brass plaque beside the freight elevator, in memory of Eleanor Marsh, 1961 to 1998. No explanation underneath it. Record supervisor before your time, he said. Elevator got her. Doors didn't seat right one night. She went in to force them open by hand, and it dropped half a floor with her half inside it. That's why nobody rides it alone. The work itself was simple. Boxes numbered by year, pulled off steel shelving, scanned, logged, reshelved in their slot. I kept a careful record, box number, time, slot, my initials, even when nobody asked me to. By the second week, I found a box I'd shelved in one slot, sitting 3 slots over, in a space that belonged to a box I hadn't scanned yet. I figured I'd misread my own handwriting at 1 in the morning. It happened again the following week. 6 boxes I'd shelved across 2 shifts had been moved, always within the same row, always into slots that hadn't been scanned, as if someone kept working after I'd stopped. I checked the badge logs for the archive door. Mine was the only badge that had opened it in 3 weeks. Nobody else had access. Nobody else was supposed to be down there. I started timing the shelving itself, not just the scanning, cross-checking every minute against where I'd actually stood. It felt excessive, but it meant I noticed the next thing clearly, without doubting myself first. One night, I went up for my dinner break at 2, came back at 2:35. In that window, my own spreadsheet, typed under my own initials, showed 4 boxes scanned and reshelved, time-stamped while I was upstairs. I radioed the front desk and asked if anyone had come down while I was gone. No one had passed his desk. The archive door hadn't buzzed once. I went looking for Ellen Marsh after that, not out of fear, just wanting the numbers explained by something other than my own tired head. She'd run that archive for 11 years, meticulous, by every account in her file. In an old departmental box, I found a paper logbook that predated the digital system by 20 years. Her handwriting. Box numbers, times, initials, the same format I'd built on my own, without ever seeing hers. Near the back, the entries changed. Numbers repeated a day apart. One line read, "Elevator sticking again, radioed for backup, no answer. Went in anyway." It was dated 3 days before her accident report. I didn't sleep well after that. Not from fear exactly, but because I recognized the shape of it. Someone keeping careful records specifically because she'd stopped trusting her own memory of what she'd already done. My contract had 2 weeks left. I asked to move my remaining shifts to days, citing a scheduling conflict that wasn't entirely a lie. My supervisor approved it without asking why. On my last overnight shift, I watched the loading dock monitor while I waited for my ride. At 2 in the morning, the freight elevator light clicked to "In transit, floor 2 to floor 1, with nobody near the call button. The guard beside me just noted it in the maintenance log, the way you'd note anything else that needed looking at eventually, and went back to his thermos. Neither of us said a word about it. The project finished on schedule. The boxes are gone now. Scanned and shredded, the shelving empty. I still have my spreadsheet at home, 4 entries sitting in someone else's rhythm, time-stamped to minutes I can account for completely, except for where I was standing when they were made.